Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome back to the channel, guys. You are behind the scenes of members only. So, this day, we actually went to go see some property. We actually went to go see 4 properties this day. As you guys know, we are here in Mauritius and we are wanting to look to invest here. So, pretty much every property that we see this day is like an investment property. And I'm telling you guys, every property we see is so beautiful, and it really comes down to the location. As you guys see, the location here is right next to the beach, is right next to the coastline. So that really is a factor here in Mauritius, is the location. Because some locations is beautiful, but it might have a store right next door. It might have a store close by where you can walk or stuff, or it might have like a beach close by, maybe 10 minutes walk or something like that. But this day we seen 4 properties, and it was so nice. So this video is unedited, so we just basically put some videos that we have in our phone together, and we didn't try to like cut it or put music or something. Just this is just a voiceover, so stay tuned to the end and you will see everything that we have seen. So this first property that we seen, we I want to say this was maybe like 30 minutes away from us. Our house that we are currently in, I want to say this is ground plus 2. If you're a foreigner, this is something that you can buy and you get permanent residency, guys. 20-year residency if it's over 375,000 USD. Ground plus 2. You of course you can buy property that's less than 375, but you're just not going to get the 20-year residency. So we're looking for property that we can like Airbnb, and it's going to give a good return on investment. So as we walk in, there is a bathroom here. And like I say, this is live, guys. This is live. We're just looking at the video. We just put it together. So we're just going to be talking over it. And yeah. Hi, baby.
Hello. Yes, this property was so gorgeous and is so gorgeous. We stayed in it probably the longest, talking to the team that we were working with of local Mauritians who are selling the property. Super nice. This area is Trou Beaches, okay? Trou Beaches. It's completely beautiful. Obviously, we didn't know about it because we are expats. And so we were like, oh, what's Trou Beaches?
Right here on the
But I
beach.
went to get my hair done a few weeks ago, and my Nigerian hairstylist was like, hey, there's a lot of people that also live in Trou Beaches. You should check it out. And so when this house was in Trou Beaches, it was like, oh, okay, well, that's a good opportunity. The nice thing about this property in particular is that it has grocery stores, pizza shops, it has all types of restaurants. The beach is in walking distance. We walked to the beach right after going to this apartment, okay? There's a little electricity box. They had just put
Those are
in new
pipes.
piping.
Yeah.
And look,
New
this
pipes.
house was in pristine condition. This apartment complex. On the outside, it looked a little shabby to me. But when we went inside, it was like, oh, this place is nice. I could definitely see this being an Airbnb investment. I could definitely see clients from all across the world coming here and absolutely loving it. Look at the washer right there. Fantastic. We're in Mauritius. We live on an island. There's no need to have a dryer, just like everywhere else in Africa. It's very rare that you would see someone purchase a dryer, okay? As you can see, the bathroom is very gorgeous, very beautiful, stunning.
Yeah, and this is part of the master bathroom. So as soon as you walk out, there's a master bedroom there. It's very new. It's very modern. And this is what we notice about Mauritius. They really take investments very serious. Like, there's no shortcut in anything. They want everything to look very nice. This here is the second bedroom. So this property here is 2 bedrooms. This is the second bedroom. You see it's beautiful closet, the mirrors right there, bed. Of course you can, put the beds together, AC, the fans, It's pretty much like everything that you need to have a client in there for Airbnb, and they will be comfortable no matter what. Like, it's it really blows our mind every time. Every time we go somewhere, it really blows our mind. This neighborhood right here, the grocery store is right there to the right. It's nice streets, paved roads, and it's like very, very stunning. I'm telling you guys, just stick around because you're gonna see some amazing things. You're gonna see some good property, and they here in Mauritius, they care about the clients. As you guys see, there's a printer there. This comes with the property.
I didn't even notice that.
It comes with the property.
That was cute.
And then right below the printer, the lady actually showed me the plans of
A little
the
office.
property. So this is the living room.
Oh, my favorite. That was my favorite part of this property. Like, I look forward to owning property out here because it's also like it can double as our office. If it's like, hey, I don't want to be at the house today, just go over to the second property. I think that will be a wonderful, fantastic vibe in like the slow seasons. Now, the wonderful thing about Mauritius, this is the only place anybody should be looking at buying property right now because on average, they have at least 8% capital gains, all the way up towards 27% capital gains, which is unheard of in any other part of the world, if we're just honest. And you can look it up. The capital gains out here are insane. And capital gains, if I break that down for you, that's just how much money you're going to be making year on year staying in the house, how much equity you're going to be building, how much the price is going to be increasing, which is another reason why we want to purchase kind of fast. We've been looking, as you guys know, for months and months. We've been looking for maybe 6 months at least at different properties. So we saw some, and all of the ones we've looked at are in the north. So as you can tell, the north is very big and varied. There's like so many areas around the north side of the island. Like you have the northwest, northeast, the north central. Like it's just a lot, okay? And there's so much for you to explore. So what we really liked about this one, as you can tell, is the interior, but also the exterior has that gorgeous garden. It's very paradise-like, but everything on the island is paradise-like. That's why we
Yeah.
always say, like, we feel like we're literally in paradise. We literally feel like we're in heaven on earth. It's so gorgeous, so safe.
Yeah.
We're walking out towards the beach.
Yeah,
and
this is maybe
oh my
2 minute
gosh,
walk. And as you see, they're building so much right here on the beach.
so
So
nice.
as you see my beautiful wife right there to the right, I was like, oh wow, that's just a beautiful picture there.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look, the beach, the clear waters, the blue water. You walk out there and all you see is just peace really. Like you just smell the seawater, the sand is on your toes. It's like, wow, this is like unheard of. Like so much stuff is going on in the world and this is what we get to see. So
Right.
this is why we want to, come behind the scenes so you guys can see this too because it is possible.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
FYI, that property was 15 million Mauritian rupees, which is about 300K USD.
Yeah. Perfect location. Grocery store, beach. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you
basically
guys,
a beachfront property. That's what they
Yeah.
would call that.
people here are very nice. People are here. It's not like people are racist or anything like that. People are very nice. This is the second property that we've seen. As you guys see, it's like a complex. 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. You see, we were enjoying this day. This was a beautiful day. We get there. There's the pool there. We're kind of walking behind the complex because this is where the property that they were going to show us was. It was on the first floor, unfurnished. So sometimes, like, this is a new built. This is a new built property, unfurnished. But after this one, we did see one that was furnished. So they do unfurnished if it's a new build, but most of the time, if it's ready to be sold, it's going to be furnished.
Right.
So
right.
that's a plus. that is a positive right there.
Yeah, the last one came with furniture. This one doesn't. You can add on a furniture package for an additional 1 million rupees. So the
1.7.
price of this one is like 19 million unfurnished. So more
22.
towards 22 million Mauritian rupees, which is like 350, closer to that 400K mark in Mauritian rupees rather than the previous house. But again, we saw 4 houses on this day, so you're only 50% of the way through.
Yeah.
This one was also very nice, though, you know. It had a good vibe. What I really liked about this one, which you're going to be seeing here soon, is the yard space. So each apartment had like its different appeal. You know, it's so rare for an apartment to have yard space. So that's what really stuck out about this one. And this area was very secluded and quiet. You're not going to be right next to the stores like the previous one. But, you know, it's very secluded, you know. It would probably do better for a long-term rental. We were talking with the real estate agent, and she was saying, like, this would probably be better for a long-term rental rather than Airbnb, because obviously with Airbnb, you want it to be close to shops so people can walk in walking distance to get the things that they need and enjoy their time. But as you can see, this garden is fruitful. I mean, and this isn't like something that's brand new or out of the ordinary. Mauritius is just fruitful in general. I'm telling you, you drop a seed in this soil and it's going to come back tenfold.
Yeah, like really, really, guys. This is why we want to have you guys see what we see, because this is an opportunity. Like, really, if you are in a position to really invest and really try to think about the future that is ahead, Mauritius is an option. You see the bathrooms, you see the best quality, like really. So I want to say this is one of the bedrooms, and like I say, this is the unfurnished. This is still being worked on. They still have to do light fixtures, but as you see, the fan, the AC, everything is in there for you to be comfortable. The closet space is huge. This was 3 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
Yep.
Yeah, 2.5 baths. This was one of the bedrooms, and two of the bedrooms was connected to one bathroom. So this is the bathroom that it was connected to 2 bedrooms. So as you guys see G running through the last bedroom,
She's living her dream life.
I'm telling you, it was so loud in there because it was so empty. But yeah, it's like everything that you need is here. Like they really plan stuff very, very clear. Like it's very simple, it's very spacious, and I want to say the next one is furnished. So stay tuned, guys. I'm telling you, stay tuned, because the last property that we seen was quick, because I want to say we was a little bit uncomfortable, but we try to get some footage for you guys. And as you see, this is one of the bedrooms. We started here in the bedroom, the bathroom. This is furnished here.
Oh, it went to the furnished one that quick.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, because that one had really nice furniture. Because once you can see the furniture there, it's different than seeing it unfurnished. You're like, oh, maybe this is an option, because look at these furnishings. It's giving like bohemian style, which I absolutely love. It fits the island life, like beige undertones, very simple. My only add-on would be like finding some pictures that are made by Mauritian locals to put on the walls. But other than that, that's like the only thing we would add. That's like the
Yeah.
only thing for real. Just add some local artwork. And yeah, you're good to go. The Wi-Fi all around the island is good unless you're in the south. So in the north, it's good to go. Also, the north area has the highest capital gains, okay? The north area is where you're going to find the most millionaires and people who are on track to become millionaires in Africa. We were doing some calculations, seeing like if we purchase this year or in the next year and hold it for 15 years, you know, it's only going to take 15 years for us to become millionaires through just one property out here, which is
Yeah.
fantastic, because the average age of a millionaire is over 50.
Right? And that's like, yeah. That's
Look
20,
at that
20 years.
farm. Oh my, I just love Mauritius. Like, this is why I just can't leave.
Look at
Like,
those
why would I
clouds.
leave paradise? That's not logical. I wouldn't leave paradise. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
And most of the time they do have, AC and fan. So you get the best of both worlds. You see me, I gotta close the doors behind.
Yeah, and some
Make
people
sure.
may not know with the premium visa, which we're on the digital nomad visa, you can purchase property. Like, that's very rare in a lot of African countries. There's a lot of red tape, there's a lot of hoops, there's a lot of foolishness, there's a lot of scams, there's a lot of bribery. But this is why we continue to choose Mauritius and will continue to, because when you have a family and you're serious about leaving an inheritance, you want to leave that inheritance with ease, okay? You also see a brother there in a red shirt. I think he was maybe the project manager. I think he was probably from South Africa, probably by his accent. And
Yeah.
yeah, so we always tell y'all there's abundant jobs out here for people, like so many jobs.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can come here to Mauritius. I will feel better here in Mauritius to try to get a job than anywhere else than in Africa.
Oh,
If
sure.
you have that profession,
Right.
because they take things very serious.
Right.
And like say the last property, that's my finger there. The last property, that's where I was pointing.
So
So the properties was
beautiful.
super close. This was just a little bit more. I don't, I don't want to say the bush because it wasn't the bush, but it was just away from
Inland
the
or
beach.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
inland. It was maybe like the last property was 5 minutes away from the beach.
2 minutes.
Walking. Yeah,
Oh,
2 minutes.
5 minutes walking.
Yeah.
2 minutes car,
Then maybe
if that.
10 minutes away from the beach with this property. So both properties was very, very nice.
So these were both in Trou Beaches, or was this
Yeah.
a different area?
No, it's
Okay,
same.
these are both Trou Beaches. Trou Beaches. Is this the third one?
This is the third
This was
one.
a ways away. This was, what area was this? I don't even, was this Monchoise?
Yeah,
Monchoise.
yeah.
We had a friend stay out in Monchoise when she came to visit, which was cool. So it was nice to be back in this area. Now, we had never been in this particular area, guys, okay? We've been here over a year. There are still areas that we have never been to, just so you know.
And every time we go, I'm telling you guys, it gets better and better. This property wasn't the best out of the ones that we seen this day,
Right.
but it was very close to the beach. It was literally like a 5 minute walk.
Yeah. And
5 minute walk
Gianna,
from the
you know,
beach.
she's
She's helping.
great.
Yeah, she's helping
She's
open the
going to
gate.
do what's necessary.
She's helping opening the automatic gate.
Yep. That's Gianna. This one also had a sad story. So the background story with this one, the owner is actually not well. And so he has to sell it pretty quickly, which is sad. He's like an older gentleman. The price is great. I'll say that. It's 9 million Mauritian rupees, which is like 100K for a 3 or 2 bedroom. 2 or 3
Two.
bedroom. 2. 2 bedroom. Obviously, every view in Mauritius is beautiful. Like, you're never going to have to worry about the
Yeah.
views if you're ever worried about that.
This was fully furnished, like dishes and everything. So, like say my wife, she just said he was, on medical leave, I guess you can say.
No,
Or not medical leave, but
he's unwell.
yeah, he's unwell, so he wanted to sell as is. What was it 9
9
9.5?
million Mauritian rupees.
Okay.
That was a nice bedroom, though. That was spacious. I forgot how spacious that was.
It's not bad. It's just,
Yeah.
before we seen this, we saw the first two, and it was just like, oh wow,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're looking for something that is like
ready.
ready and
Simple.
nice. Like, we don't
Yeah.
want to have to do like bathroom renovations. This would really be for someone who in the States is already a real estate investor and looks for properties to do refurbishings in and
Yeah.
has that credit or capital available where they purchase it for 9 million, but also know they're probably going to put like 5 million additional or maybe 10 million into refurbishing like the bathrooms or maybe some of the rooms, maybe change out the flooring. But aside from that, like, you just have to know what type of buyer you are. So we know what type of buyers we are. We want something that is immaculate and finished. Okay, we want like turnkey experience. Like we can put this up on Airbnb quick, or book a long-term client, or do whatever it is we would like, because we plan on holding our property long term. Get that equity. Equity is the name of the game. And it's so great to have this opportunity to do this outside of America, because we had property in the States, and we actually compared like the capital gains, 4% on our property back in the States. And then this one out here in Mauritius in this area is 8%. And in some estates, like the one you're going to see last, the next one, that can be as high as like 27%. Okay.
Yeah, especially if
Oh
they're
my
building.
gosh.
And this area, they're actually going to redo in the next year. So the pool's going to look totally different.
This is the fourth
deck is
one.
gonna, yeah. This is the last one where it's like, man.
That one, that kind of got me too. That one was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because this one's also 15 million Mauritian rupees.
Yeah.
And this guy wants to sell. It's a family. He wants to sell because he wants to purchase land and do some type of like homestead and like build a house. But y'all, look at this. Look at this design. This design is immaculate. Was that the master? I don't even think that was the. Was
No,
that
I
the
think
master?
that's
That wasn't even the
side,
master.
Yeah. That was one of the bedrooms. This is 3 bedrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another one. We were standing talking for a long time. Really enjoyed this one in particular. This is, what would you call that area? Pereybere?
Yeah, Pereybere.
Pereybere. Y'all, I'm trying with these French words, these African Creole words. It's not as simple as it seems. But as you can see, this one, the finishings are immaculate. This family currently lives there. And so they want to get it off their hands so they can purchase land elsewhere on the island. I'm thinking maybe they would go like towards the middle or center if they're thinking about land development. I know land development is much more affordable if you go down that way. But again, you won't have access to like the capital gains that you have in the north. So, you know, it's about knowing your goals. For us, it's like, no, definitely getting something in the north. Maybe do that like they're doing, you know, afterwards, where you can sell it in 5 to 10 years, 15 years, or keep it and use some of that equity.
Exactly. Yeah, this property was so beautiful.
It was.
It was just like, dang, it was literally a choice between the first one and this one.
Yeah.
For me, I would choose the first one. Just because it was, what was it? The fee? What fee was it?
Oh, yeah, the syndicate fees. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
This syndicate fee was 13,000 Mauritian rupees. So think HOA fees, right? This is where you're going to pay that estate to keep up with the pool, to keep up with maintenance. Again, this is developed by the top 2 developers that exist in Mauritius. The other one was 3,000 Mauritian rupees, which is like $60. So obviously number 1 is going to be the better bet long term, because you can bet they're going to increase that a little bit, okay? But y'all, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.